Hello, welcome back to a very special episode of the Force Commander's Guide to Purging Nurgle. I'm Jade Star, and first up, we have one day until the Codicus Toxicus is ready, and the Grandmaster's report, which we might get to before we get to the star.
What is this abomination?
Our salvation.
The edict shudders with anxiety. This work profanes the machine god.
Mars will forgive us. The fate of the entire galaxy hinges on the psychic insight of the Codex. With it, we can track the Prime Seeds and hunt each Reaper down.
How do we proceed?
I will require a number of seeds from a single strain of the bloom. With those in hand, I can attune the Codex to the strain's psychic stench, tracking its most potent source amongst the stars.
Query: do the prime seeds within these reapers emanate above all others?
Precisely. The Codex will hone in on this power within the Reaper. From there, we will hunt them down one by one.
Why do I get the feeling you are enjoying this?
If I am right, and I always am, each strain will wither without its Reaper to tend it, and we score another victory for humanity.
This is no game to take pleasure in, Fakir.
That's Inquisitor to you. We share in this sacred duty, Purifier. Would you deny me the brief satisfaction of a job well done?
Noted, Inquisitor. But this job is not finished yet.
Oh, sorry, this wasn't the bathroom.
Hey! Did you just stumble into the Libris and see some questionable heresy / artifact things going on?
Yeah, they all just looked at me, so I just quietly backed out.
That was kind of odd. So, we can now actually progress the plot again. Each Reaper takes 7 seeds of the appropriate color to locate, I guess. Of which we can track 3 down. I'll probably post it in the thread, but the order of which we go to is entirely, I was gonna say independent. It doesn't have to be in an order. We can choose whatever we want. Usually, first playthrough you go through whatever you get the most seeds for, but we can choose.
We will agitate the trapped Xenos souls within.
Usually, I don't have company while I have to talk to Vekir and stuff.
It's the Xenos souls that suffer, not the subjects of the Emperor.
So it's good that someone else is here, hearing her say that she doesn't care about the suffering of Eldar souls.
All right.
I mean, Fakir did nothing wrong.
And where precisely would you prefer I reside? My own ship?
You happen to notice that Vekir looked a little different in the cutscene than she does right now?
The arch enemy's advance.
I just assumed that was cutscene Fakir, and this is, ship Fakir.
Okay.
You should broaden your horizons, Commander.
Also, only partially voiced lines.
Yeah. It's interesting choice, I guess.
All
Cost-saving thing for something that
not all who
several
serve the
people,
Inquisition
including
are
me,
worthy.
might skip through. That hate reading. Let me tell you. I skip through a lot
I
of
must
things that
return
involve
to work.
reading, and
Nurgle
Vakir's voice
toils
actress.
tirelessly against us.
Also, it's incredibly, I can't emphasize how up her own ass Fakir has to be to say, the Grey Knight's performance is adequate.
But you may proceed. There are many of the priesthood who would see it destroyed.
I mean, we can destroy it afterwards. I'm on board with
We
that.
must simultaneously better ourselves to the quest for knowledge while holding fast to the Omnissiah's creed. Proceed.
I do like that. It's just
All praise
the
to the
liturgical
machine
squabbles will be
god.
left to others. Just I want to build things, I guess.
I just want to be an engineer.
Yes, Commander. Let us commune to defeat our foe. I despise it.
I wanted to hear him say the line.
We fight the preternatural and must be armed as such.
Which line?
It is a profane thing made with xenos and traitorous
They
elements.
succumb
Oh
too
yeah, it would have
easily
been fine.
to corruption.
It's like one sentence. I feel weird that they shorted it on the actual voice actor.
As you wish.
It,
The knights
probably
look to
what they
me for
did was
guidance to keep their souls
they weren't
as pure
sure
as possible.
what the text was going to be.
Could be.
So they recorded the lines and then expanded the dialogue a little bit later.
The edict has not always carried a chaplain on board, so the role has fallen to me.
That could be a thing. I would be curious how that decision got made in the development process.
666 verses of contempt.
Yeah.
Yes, if you like.
Oddly specific.
Go with the wisdom of Janus,
666
brother.
verses of contempt on the wall. 666
Oh, no.
verses of contempt.
Oh god. Lunette, please, warp speed now. We gotta get going quick.
Commander, though I am concerned with how rapidly I see this bloom is spreading, your demands of Titan's armory have been growing dramatically. The commander of a Grey Knight strike force must exercise self-discipline in the sacrament of battle. Have you been truly adhering to the virtues demanded of your station?
Yeah.
Returning unneeded equipment is by far the most, absolutely not.
It is gratifying to know that even
No?
so far from Titan, the doctrines of our brotherhood are being observed.
I mean,
I
okay,
expect
it's
to
only
hear
unequipped
from you
stuff,
in
but
time,
still.
Brother Ektar.
There may
Of
have.
course.
Oh, sorry.
Now that
Speak
he
here.
finally acknowledges the threat, he recants his support. Thoroughly sensible.
Assent. Results require resources. Outcomes are not achieved through aspiration alone.
The plight we contend with here is matched by unspeakable horrors our brothers face elsewhere across the galaxy. The gifts the Emperor has given us are mighty, so we consider it a virtue to achieve heroic deeds with the barest of arms. Do not forget this, Commander.
Chaos does not fight with one hand tied behind its back.
Yeah, so there may have been a time where that event didn't only select things that were unequipped. And that combined poorly with the, really minor level 1 Mastercraft you can start the game with, which was the pre-order bonus, which is available to everybody. Because you suddenly have, 8 to 12 or more, really low-level Mastercrafted items. And then Grandmaster Kai is like, what are you doing with all of these things you don't use? It's like, I started the game with them. What did you want from me? So in reality, we probably lost nothing we cared about.
Could presumably go back to the video and try and identify exactly what it was that you lost, but
I believe I actually edited that out. I definitely went into the armory and tried to figure out what I had lost. I do not remember.
yay, we got Rao.
Yeah, I thought this would be a good one. I'm trying to run a couple of lower level characters and start scaling them up. Our specialists definitely become very fun the more skills they get.
I did see what the glorious deed was. Don't
Yep.
use servo
Target
skulls.
location reached.
Yep.
However, Vox communication patterns suggest normalcy.
Lies and trickery. Whatever cult is here, it's been overwhelmingly successful.
We will purge the planet if we must, but first the bloom spawn must be cut at its roots before its seeds spread any further.
Now that is actually a glorious deed that prevents you from deploying with skulls completely. I feel really good that I really smoothly edited it, but you might have noticed that it was red at the top for a moment and then faded to green. So I felt a little on this one, but I figured I wanted the requisition more. There's other ways to get seeds, but man, do I always take seed skulls. Not taking Medicae skulls, whatever. My apothecary can spend willpower and heal. If you have endurance biomancy, you can spend willpower to purify.
If you have Hammerhand,
If you have
spend
hammer,
willpower to rip a seed out of an enemy in melee.
That is true. Or a Vindicare. Something with anything with precision targeting. I mean, if you also go bottom right corner of the Apothecary, you can get the auto steal seeds on any melee, not just crit. So there are ways around it. So Seed Skull's not an absolute necessary, but definitely a luxury that I have enjoyed for pretty much every playthrough. I can't think of a time where I didn't really have where my Apothecaries didn't use Seed Skulls.
If you started with other Medicae, not Medicae, but other skulls, like the Reloader Skull or whatever, it might be interesting to just be like, okay, no Seed Skulls, no Medicae Skulls, your Apothecaries are now like utility bots.
Let them feel your wrath.
You know, use the Taunt Skull.
Yeah, you could absolutely use them that way. Yeah, because you can heal with, you know, just the Narcisse. You can purify with Biomancy or whatever and replace your Medicae Skulls, but
watch over me.
The convenience of Medicae Skulls are no willpower and range. And they also heal and purify, whereas the Narcisian will do one or the other. Or I guess the Narcisian will heal, the Biomancy will purify.
Praise the Emperor.
So I was a little hasty, maybe, on the first turn, because there was this patrol in the building right next to where we deployed, and on the other side of the courtyard we deployed, there's another in another building. And they were both moving, and I don't know, I maybe expected them to stay inside or out of sight. So most of my guys were rushing forward towards the objective, and now I've got a rather large group of cultists on the side here. But, we'll manage. Also, flamethrowers are real good.
I mean, if you can hit 3 enemies, it's pretty good AoE.
I am his will.
The real problem is that the rest of the team is nowhere near. Kind of far out. Ah, beautiful.
For Titan.
When you have an opportunity to get a lot of hits in the flamethrower, it definitely pays.
It feels super rad also.
Yep. Stun Flamer, also really good.
Forgot, the one flamer that you have is the one that does 2 stun per hit.
I think I had a different flamethrower as well I picked up, because I forgot that I think the one we're using comes with the DLC pre-orders. I think it's just something that I've always had.
Oh, just like the basic, slightly mastercrafted one?
Yeah, except it's rad in that it does stun and exposes.
He was one of the chosen.
So for my blunder, for activating this patrol really out of position, the Flamer and a quick teleport have really cut into that. Pod's half dead. And I'm weighing my options here, and I don't think going inside the building is really a great idea with like 2 AP and then walls, and he won't have support, and the other things will still be there. So I need to find something else to do with him. And he has seeds.
I mean, what are the odds that you'll fail a 3+ with reroll?
12%?
I would have rounded it to 11, but yeah. 1 of 9.
Let me tell you, I failed
Just
a
going
lot.
straight for the hammerhand.
Oh yeah. It's a kill, plus I get the seeds.
Proceed from this rot.
No, it's completely fair.
And then I also got Ruthless Precision. And the kill also refunds me some of the willpower that
Taking
Hammerhand
position.
took. If only I could set the doorway on fire.
even if you had full ammo, I don't think it would reach quite far enough. This may just be Aegis Shield or Reload.
Yeah.
I am his chosen shield.
Flamethrowers are one of the better weapons that people suggest to put extended magazines on. It'll give you more range on the hazard spray, and it'll add more damage to Flames of Purity. And the big flamethrower build that people talk about is taking a flamethrower. Flames of Purity is usually like X damage plus 1 for every 2 ammo spent. And then there's one flamethrower that'll do plus 1 damage for every ammo spent. And then you can get, I think there's a trait in the Purifier skill somewhere that gives you plus 1 damage per ammo spent for Flames of Purity. So you eventually can end up with a flamethrower that does 3 damage for every ammo spent on the attack. And then you just throw an extra extended fuse magazine on it. And so it ends up becoming like a really big ammo dump for damage. And if you got rapid reload, 50% plus focus chance that, you don't care that you're expending all of your ammo every attack.
And you can't crit anyways, so what else are you going to do with your war gear?
That is a good point. The Purifier, like, if you go melee Purifier, you kit them with the scroll in the book or something.
Well, yeah,
close to what
of
your
course.
interceptor. But if you go Incinerator Purifier, yeah, extended mag, and I think our Purifier has throwing arm.
Grenades.
Yeah, grenades, yeah. And they have grenade trees, skill tree, so grenades. So for our guy, probably grenades and an extended magazine.
Yeah, I mean, I've also seen in the past you've just done grenades and more grenade.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Standing ready.
There's definitely a couple of traits. I'd have to have them all in front of me to remember, but area, damage, uses, and then you can get the same from armors, can make even just, I think Purifiers or Purgators have like plus 1 or 2 range, plus 4 damage, and then like plus 3 to 4 uses of grenades, and then you get a really, really nice grenade, like level 3 brain mine or whatever. You start hucking that thing around. It's great.
Your orders? Dwarf.
I hadn't really anticipated them all going so far away from my interceptor. I'm having to just, teleport 15 each turn just to get in the vicinity of the enemies. Forgot about that creature. I have to go around behind him or else he walks in front of the red line. The worst.
At your service.
Only got 1 red seed.
Seek and destroy, brother.
Trying to debate whether you're going to turn around and Hammerhand.
So I can take that first swing if I don't mind being inefficient, because that was a 65% chance for a crit and then not having to hammer hand. But a failure to crit on that kill would have killed him and lost me the seed, so that becomes hammer hand.
Yeah. Well, the advantage of hammer handing on the first one is that you would have potentially 2 AP left over to do something with.
Right.
Not that it's terribly important in this circumstance, but in general, trading with AP is almost always a good trade.
No match for the Emperor's chosen.
I'm trying to figure out what the anger cursor was actually about there. He didn't have a seed.
Oh, I think I might have wanted the interceptor to actually get the kill for willpower back. I mean, whatever at that point, though.
I mean, interceptor's only down to willpower, really.
Right. The apothecary was at full.
Iolanthus needs willpower.
Yes.
I am with you.
This
Okay, he's hiding under the tongue.
Well, that's not great. Remember those things that are occasionally mission objectives?
Yeah.
What if they just appeared in the middle of a mission?
That's,
Yes,
it's
Commander.
quite obnoxious.
Yeah.
Steady and surely we hunt them. Face me! Vengeance! Glory to Zyphos!
I mean, they're worth willpower at least.
Was that one? It should have
Yeah.
been.
I
we still
don't know if
had
it's only...
two. No.
Well, he was at 1 last turn.
Bloom Surge.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you got one when the Bloom Surge happened. You know what's really fun? Interlocking Artillery.
No, we're there within each other's range.
Yep. So the little one's less dangerous, but it has just as much range. Actually, well, it has enough range. So
Yes, Commander.
the two
Standing ready.
artillery spit plants are absolutely within range of each other. Also, this preacher has picked somewhere. I can't melee him.
How is it? You could definitely reach him. Oh. I guess you'll have to shoot him to death.
Yeah.
As you will. Your command.
Tragedy.
If only you had something to help with that, like support fire.
Firing now.
If only had a Psycam to break his soft cover.
Opening.
Surprised that you can't melee over the tongue.
Yeah.
Blessed ammunition depleted.
I think it's, I don't know, it might be a mechanical design, because usually half cover occupies the square that it's in. Like
Yeah.
those benches or the crates or just conveniently square-shaped rocks. So maybe
No, I
it's
mean,
just
you
coded
just-
that cover breaks melee ability.
Yeah, you design everything to fit within your tile-based world.
Where the little tentacle or tongue that was coming out of that exists on the borders between tiles instead of the tiles themselves. So maybe that's a weird exception to how they did it. I'm very angry about how much health that big plant has.
I don't think you can even reach it off of that teleport.
No, and if I did, I don't feel like I have enough AP to
With haste.
do about 36 damage to that thing. Was it? Maybe 31. But I might as well try killing these two guys.
I am his will. We bring death. Feel my wrath.
There's that one over there. There is a seed pod in the back, which I want to go harvest as well. I think I could have teleported in and killed one of those two small plants. And I'm struggling to remember exactly why I chose not to.
We strive.
I'm assuming it was because the small plants weren't really all that threatening.
Yeah. It's also maybe just because the Purifier kills the next turn with no effort.
Vengeance.
Ah. That's a little bit easier.
No match for the Emperor's chosen.
That's the best critical hit.
Onward, brothers. Row. Purge. justice. What is your will? Down. For the Golden Throne.
Oh, that's why I was checking the biomancy. Right, I was hobbled, and I was looking for endurance, but no. We have warp speed,
I mean,
which would cancel
sort of.
out.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I definitely understand why you were thinking about that, because if you end combat here, he's going to be hobbled for another turn.
Yep. Well, there's 30 plus health of giant plane here. I'm not ending combat this turn.
Face me.
Which is annoying. Now it's going to get another sped. It didn't do much, though.
Your orders.
Oh, I should mention the bolter
I
that
have sanctified my
Calculon
rounds.
has. We picked up a T3 bolter somewhere around the lines. So this one does 5 damage normally. Oh, I'm going to show it off. Good. Good job, past me. It does +4 to demons. You know what that plant counts as?
I did see the demonic tag on it.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Ah, past Jade. Could just reloaded. I know. Come on.
Standing ready. As ordered.
Well, I mean, this sets it up so that Iolanthus... Well, you're not going to get willpower from killing it. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. I'm also trying to just make, I guess, paste this way towards the objectives.
Move everybody before you get the AP reset.
Exactly.
More horrors invade our realm.
So, you remember that one thing of the UI that's never visible and I've complained about probably endlessly?
Your ammo?
Yeah.
The thing that you should have realized that the Interceptor doesn't have any of because he didn't support fire?
Yep. Yep. What was that?
It was a deep, heartfelt, meaningful... Are you...
Yes. I'm going to Quicksilver this problem away. So fine, I can have the apothecary shoot, and then we can get at it. God damn it!
Well, you got 2 AP.
I am
Oh
here
no,
to
Oh, no,
sorry.
it was the Interceptor.
I am
It
here
was the
to
interceptor
serve.
that's still out of ammo. Yeah. All right. We can shoot with the apothecary. Oh, I'm gonna reload. I guess it doesn't matter. Combat ends and it reloads. I think the apothecary still had 1 round loaded. Hey, look! I used my stratagems to get myself out of a situation before the final, like, you know, let's just teleport and end the round thing.
Will be done.
That's good, right? I've done a thing.
I mean... Yes. But... it was a situation of your own making.
There is
And I don't know that it was
corruption
really worth a
here.
stratagem.
Would you rather have the spit, or the plant spit on me again?
I mean, it would have done, like, what? 4 damage?
Something like that. And a chance at a random status affliction.
Yeah, but you deserved it.
Wow. I'm turning up the temperature in your freezer after this mission.
And that's why.
Standing ready.
No, I mean, it sucks to have to look at that and be like, well, I'm going to take damage because I forgot that I didn't have ammo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Here. Here.
Okay, in retrospect, this maybe didn't matter who kicked the door down, but for some reason I really wanted to kick the door down with just a car.
I mean, it matters if you charge through the door.
Yeah.
I really like that enemy design.
The blow drones.
Yeah. It's just combine harvester. Feels like you should be able to hit both of them, but... Oh, melt-a-gun.
Yep. Also means he has crack grenades on him somewhere.
Your orders?
Ah, I remember this. So, order of operations is important. Typically, the interceptor in the general vicinity to offer support fire is the correct first thing to do. You want to guess why I'm wrong this time around?
Because you want to do something explosive that now he is vulnerable to.
Close.
Advancing.
Honestly, can't remember if I missed this guy intentionally or not with the pillar. I think I did because I want to grab his delicious cherry seeds, but...
It looked like you couldn't actually hit both of them at once. Like you were kind of trying to line it up.
Firing on the target. We slay the darkness.
Rip seeds.
Yeah, just sacrifice the seeds. Whatever, there's some more there.
Yeah.
Okay, still not sure why the interceptor going
I am
first.
here
Like,
to
he doesn't
serve.
look like he's really in a position where you'd want to drop a pillar.
Moving
Right.
swiftly.
Well, I guess you could shoot that pillar. Ah, purifier.
Yeah, Purifier. He is now between two targets, and there's a spread template weapon around. Which could have hit both.
My blade is ever ready.
So now I gotta decide, is it worth repositioning him? That's burning an AP, or do I just, like, do something else and just roast one target at a time?
Your
The
orders?
funny option would be, like,
What is
you
your
got the shot on the statue and get it near him so it knocks him back, but doesn't damage him?
Some really
My
precise
blade is
physics
ever ready. The
knockbacks.
Emperor likes
Yeah.
our power.
Oof, a little risky. I mean, that would be very funny, and if it worked. But if it knocked him back, chances are not the Melta Marine back. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the Melta Marine's a square further away. There's a chance that it wouldn't knock him back.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Alright,
Have been
problem solved.
judged. What
And
is your
2
will?
for 2 in Ruthless Precision.
yeah, it feels a little
So-
bit bad to not
For
get
the
that
Emperor.
So,
purifier utility. What? What?
yeah, fire
you can-
pushes statues.
Sure. I mean, I guess you are doing a shooting attack at the area, but normally, you know, you have to intentionally shoot them.
Yeah, I did not expect Flamethrower to push the statue through the wall. Seeds.
It's been so long since you've had to manually, like, rip a seed out of an enemy.
Yeah.
And I forgot that the seeds were, like, specific choices.
Yep.
Like the crit or the disable range weapon. So you had to make a decision of, like, oh, do I want the seed now, or do I want to do the thing that makes the enemy less dangerous?
Yep.
Except if you're in melee with an enemy, you're probably killing it before it gets to act again.
Certainly hope so.
Trying to decide whether or not it's safe to melee that thing with the charge going through it.
Well, being next to the tree isn't a great thing because it has that area of fog. That'll hurt. What I'm worried about is being stacked right next to the apothecary, and both of them getting run over by the flesh mower. Also, it hurt the tree. So the Justicar escapes that attack, and doesn't stack somewhere where I'm gonna get people hit by 2 attacks by the mower thing.
Justicar just got 5 range. Okay.
Yep. So its on-turn attack normally covers 5, and now it covers 10, which is probably pretty scary, honestly, if I hadn't killed everything else around it first.
I mean, yeah, if it wasn't the only real combatant left on the field.
The Emperor lights our path.
So kind of annoying that Atlantis got launched so far away.
Yeah.
Moving out.
You know, at that point, I could have taken a step. Oh, I can't reach the tree, never mind.
Oh, if you had taken a couple of steps further, like toward you could maybe have gotten both of them in the cone.
Right. Or if I'd taken one step farther away from the drone, I could have just spent that turn knocking the pillar onto the drone.
Yeah.
There was free damage I could have had there somewhere.
Well, if you end this turn with any AP and enemies alive, or no, if all the enemies dead, then it's not going to have mattered.
Yeah.
You have been judged. Yes, come on.
May have been able to guess I was setting that up for Rao.
Oh yeah.
Praise the Emperor. With haste. Standing ready.
And then this is just using AP before we kill the tree and get the reset. Also, I like how this Chaos Marine died on the altar. Just propped up there.
Standing ready. My blade is yours.
Who needs the refill?
I think at this moment I'm thinking everybody is slightly wounded. Somebody's gonna get some treatment from the apothecary.
But the apothecary had some
Purified this place.
Yeah. I probably could
I
have
guess
killed
it
the
was
interceptor
more of
and...
an XP consideration.
Yeah, that was more XP than anything. Because Rao was also level 3, level 4. Yeah, it would have been better if I could have healed somebody with him first and then shot the tree. Yeah, there's a lot of little tiny optimizations that have largely not mattered. Oh, this.
Oop, that's Pod. That's a Terminator. 2 of them.
Yeah, so Lord of Virulence and a regular Terminator.
We are the swords of justice.
Finally, my reckoning has come.
Oh. Well.
Oh, we don't get the intro on it. I don't think we've seen this guy before, have we?
No. Looking at the... Oh, okay. Just thinking about just the Gate of Infinity and immediately end the mission.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. But I've got time. I've got a decent position.
Those guys aren't really a concern as long as you walk away from them.
Those 2 Terminators can't, like, climb the wall, so they have to trudge around to one of the staircases.
More than likely they'd walk towards the Chaos Dreadnought. So
yeah.
it's not like they're that far out of position.
Yeah. So here, not having a skull seed. Seed skull? Seed skull. Is a little annoying, because I can't go just steal that Terminator's blueberries and get out of here. Yeah. So you mentioned the Chaos Dreadnought. So they're called Hellbrutes, I guess.
Yep.
Is that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
they
that's what
are
they're called
just,
now.
yeah,
I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, they are just dreadnoughts, but chaos. They're a little bit more fleshy, maybe slightly more alive than Imperial dreadnoughts or Marine dreadnoughts.
I mean, Marine dreadnoughts are basically sarcophagi.
Yeah.
But, with robot arms and legs. Yeah, the power scourge grab.
Yeah, that's the thing they can do.
Yep, they have the charge, they have a plasma cannon.
Yeah, does a lot of damage. The good news, though, is it's the charge shot and it takes a turn.
It's that auto-enraged rush at the very top. That's the big surprise with these things.
Yeah. This, I feel like, was the big surprise the first time I fought these guys.
I mean...
Also, just their regular gun is an Area 2 blast for 8 damage and armor break and knockback.
Armor break and armor pierce.
Yeah, it sucks. Super sucks. Although, I guess it's actually only 6 damage. He's got a mutation over on the left side for +2 damage, yeah.
Still, like, this is a guy whose range attacks actually hurt, and his melee attacks actually hurt. I mean, he's basically a mini-boss.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Actually, up to and including the fact I do not think you can execute the Hellbeast. Or Hellbrute. Yeah. We will eventually...
He's got so much armor.
Yeah. We will eventually, if the Hellbrute isn't it already, encounter tough enough enemies where execute is not an option, even if you get them fully vulnerable and stunned and everything.
This may be one of the few times in the LP you have actually specifically set up, like, okay, enemies are going to come after me, I'm going to set up terrain, we're going to fight here.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the enemy and preventing them from acting.
And this was kind of unusual circumstance, because I activated them by peeking around the outside of the building to the apothecary. Well, I have a wall and a door between me and the enemy, which I hadn't expected. So, yeah, I figure they're going to want to come to me, let them walk through this doorway that is now full of fire and Overwatch.
And just hope that he doesn't turn the corner for the apothecary.
The apothecary kind of needs to get out of there. I don't know how well the Terminators can shoot up that overhang, but I don't really want to find out and be wrong.
I mean, if you were... I would expect them to be able to reasonably shoot him. He needed to be behind a wall.
Yeah.
Securing position.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I forgot that happened. The Dreadnought is just complete bullshit.
Okay, the only explanation I can offer is that the CPU determines its actions more or less simultaneously, and because that guy was going to go through the wall, the Hellbrute felt comfortable targeting enemies that it could see at the end of the turn. It's still bad, it should not have worked like that.
Yeah.
But technically, the player can take actions out of order like that.
Yeah, my feeling was that doors are a lie, and also Nurgle cheats.
I am here to serve.
Feeling like that warp speed biomancy is maybe a good use of Cadulon.
Certainly could be. I need to get this guy healed immediately. So I'm even warp charging this one. Having a knight sitting at 2 health is just not going to be okay for me. Warp speed, or not warp speed, warp charging the heal also apparently gives him +1 AP, so he's got 4 out of 3 right now.
Yeah.
And this is past me being confused by this, because man, do I use that so infrequently. Sooner or later I'll figure it out.
Why does the Purifier have 4 AP?
With haste.
Just look at
No, I
the
can't
thing.
entirely
Show it
tell
no mercy.
The warp shudders below. Be swift,
if the
Commander. The enemy attempts to intervene.
if the Hellbrute. Oh, because you see it and now a rift opens. God damn.
Yeah, Yeah, this is just getting worse. First, the door is a lie, and then we lay eyes on the mission objective, and we get reinforcements because of it. It's just... Ugh.
I'm not entirely sure. He kind of looks like he's charging him, but maybe that's because
Oh, he
he ended
totally
his
is.
turn after doing the plasma cannon.
No, remember his charge shot? That's why there's that AoE warning over there by the other two knights.
I thought that was somebody throwing a grenade.
We bring death!
Didn't he already shoot you?
Yes.
He can shoot you and do a charge shot?
Uh-huh.
Man, I don't remember these guys at all.
Purge!
He's got 3 AP. He moved, he shot me, and he activated an ability. They can do that.
Standing ready.
Well, so he's taken 6 stun worth of shot. He still has 6 stun left. They really went overboard with trying to avoid executes.
Opening fire.
Yeah, I don't
Still
know
not
how
gonna
much of
survive.
how much of distance there was between it was too easy and now it's, you know, unfeasible or impractical.
Well, I feel like they overcorrected.
Yeah, same.
And they never
The
backed
Emperor
down on
lights
it.
our path.
But I also feel like with the numbers as it is, it's very difficult to make any sort of correction.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be super nice to know whether or not Purifier was in range of that or not.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I'm gonna make sure. So remember Area 5? That's the size of this guy's explosion.
Yeah.
We can put that into terms that we've seen before. Remember the Hive artillery?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's Area 5. That is the size of this thing's death
Moving
explosion.
now.
Yeah, that tile might be safe.
I mean, it looks like it ought to be.
Yeah. That's fine. It'll be fine.
I can sense. Just the fact that you brought it up means that it's probably not fine. Oh no, it was fine. I guess the statue fell down.
It was in range of the explosion.
One of the turtles. Oh, I guess they decided to go through the building.
Another gift for you.
Okay, he's plaguing... Oh, okay, an area near him. It looked like he was plaguing the wall.
This
Yeah.
place seethes with rot.
Also,
Actually-
at some point, I think when I was fighting the Hellbrute, I made the conscious decision not to just teleport and kill the plant, because that was our first Hellbrute we've seen, and I wanted to fight it and show it off.
Sure. Also, like, yes, you could have teleported and killed the plant, but it wasn't immediately an awful situation.
Yeah.
Also, was that actually where the warp surge was? I thought it was in a different spot when it appeared.
It was on the upper floor, like on the back. It was in the fire.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily come out of the exact tile that the rift is in, as it turns out. They come out nearby, and I think maybe next mission? Yeah, I run into that very distinctly. My memory's a little foggy. I played this mission and the next mission a week ago? Maybe 5 days ago? Hell, it could have been 3 days ago. Whatever, I'm a goldfish. And
The
now I'm
interceptor's
thinking,
already there.
Oh, yeah. I'm surrounded. My interceptor's already there.
Cut losses.
Yeah, time to kill a plant.
And a 90% crit chance.
Yeah. That should be 100. Because if this is going to be my last turn, what am I forgetting to do? The answer is the other stratagem. Strength of Spirit. Although Interceptor is just going to kill this himself with
I thought
Ruthless
you
Precision,
did
really.
use Strength of Spirit.
Did I? Oh, yeah, Strength of Spirit, 50%. It is there. Sorry, I must have blanked while trying to remember when I played this and missed me clicking it. Damn. I'm such a goldfish.
Really considering if you want to give that to somebody else. Oh, well, I guess...
I think even if I did Force Strike plus a crit was probably a kill. But yes, I do want to divvy up the XP differently. The Interceptor, I think, was level 8 coming into this mission.
Yeah. Either Cadulon or probably... I forgot the Purifier's name already.
Rao.
Rao, yeah.
Yeah, probably
Also
Rao.
makes good pasta sauce.
What?
There's a brand of pasta sauce.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
I think it's the go-to pizza sauce. It is less terrible that I use.
Alright.
The old store brand that I used to get was pretty good, but they don't have Myers down here. So instead I buy Rouse and feel bad about it.
Alright.
Trying to see if you could get that kill.
Yeah, but the Lord of Virulence has so much health that between the 4 AP I have, I'm not sure there's enough between, what, 2 apothecary attacks? Yeah, even if I, like, Cybolted, that's what, 7? I'm trying. I don't think I bothered to do the math in my head while I was looking at it, because, yeah, like, this is only going to do 6, so we're 3 short.
Why is it 6? Should have been 5.
Or was it 5? I don't know. Maybe it was range 6, and I read the wrong number.
Oh, yeah.
Here's me remembering that I had these brain mines, which would have been fun to use at some point. Like,
Oh.
I keep talking them up, and then I keep forgetting to use them.
Well, if there had been enemies that were more tightly packed, I think you would have thought about it.
Yeah. No, that is something I keep mentioning, though, is that I have a poor mind for remembering, like, activatable abilities or consumable gear. It really does just slip my mind often.
This is one of the reasons why Jade has a preference for passive abilities.
It really is. It really is.
Alright, what do we got?
Don't need another apothecary.
Ah,
Was it?
Tier 3 Incinerator, okay.
Yes. but
Less
it's-
exciting.
It is the hazard spraying tier 3 incinerator.
Like,
It
it's got
would-
7 range, which is okay. 75 degree arc, which is kind of nice. I think that
Yeah.
actually might be the bait. No, it's 660, I think, is default.
I think so, yes.
Burning for 6 turns sounds way cooler than it is.
Yeah. If it was 6 damage over 2 turns instead of 2 damage over 6 turns, I would much rather take
Or
that.
even if it's the upgrade was double it to 4 damage a turn for 3 turns.
Yeah.
But like,
something.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
You've moved on. You know, damage on a 4 strike, first strike. I mean, this is
A 4 damage 4 strike's pretty rad. It almost doubles the damage of it. There's a outside chance that you just get the willpower back for it.
Yeah.
Here's the real winner. I have been looking for this for a long time.
the scrolls. Yeah, there was never a universe in which you weren't immediately slam picking this. You, in fact, skipped over the armor.
I did, in fact, skip over the armor when I noticed the scrolls were there.
Good, like, acceptable Dreadnought armor. I mean, it's, you know,
Dreadnought.
3 armor base.
Terminator armor.
Gives you, yeah.
I would. It wasn't exciting. I probably should have, in hindsight, picked up that armor.
Oh, I would have expected you to go back and grab the armor. I hope you don't take this.
No, don't worry. I'm pretty sure I
Okay.
don't. Because it looks cool, but it's kitted towards the hazard spray for more burn damage over a larger area for more time. Which, in theory, sounds really cool. But the nature of this game really...
You want to prevent
devalues
enemies from
dots.
taking attacks.
Yeah.
And burn
Well,
and
they're-
bleed don't do that.
Yeah. So I probably should have taken that armor, because I'm pretty sure... I think with this level up, I'm going to give somebody, Casualon, the ability to wear Terminator armor or something. I'm going to be short a suit of Terminator armor, so... yeah. I'm trying to decide, do I want to make this guy my Rend the Unclean Terminator? I'm thinking about it, but wait. Pockets.
Yeah,
Pockets first. Absolutely the pockets.
You were one away from pockets last time.
Yeah. Almost didn't see it down there because everything adjacent to it was taken. And then I'm, counting out in my head. This is level 7. That means I got 4 points after this. Do I want to go towards Rend the Unclean, or do I want to just fill out the ranged abilities? So 4 points would let me get that entire upper left square. And then I'm thinking, Psy Cannon, Terminator armor. I guess it's not necessarily as linked, but having picked Terminator armor, it feels like I ought to put a Psy Cannon on him. But that's really gear and personal preference.
Yeah, I mean,
if you have a particularly good Storm Bolter, like actually, honestly, the one the Apothecary has, or something like that, you can just leave them with a Storm Bolter. They're fine.
Vengeance.
It sounds great, but you have to kill 3 things in one action.
Yeah, it's just a waste most of the time. By the time you get a Purifier, the odds of you being able to set that up are almost non-existent.
So here's the upgrade I was talking about previously. 1 damage per ammo. So the ability is currently 1 damage per 2 ammo. You grab that ability, you get the Incinerator that has the same ability on it, and you end up with 3 damage per ammo spent. And you can make a very silly build like that.
Skipping that and going for pockets, which is perfectly fair. Like,
oh yeah, like the Purifier has strong arm for 5 or more grenade range.
Yeah.
We've got the stun grenades. We've got grenade armor ready for him. We can just make him a quarterback here, and we can just be throwing things at people all day long if they're not within incinerator range. So here is my problem with an interceptor that doesn't have Devoted Practitioner. He's got 2 skills here. If he had Devoted Practitioner, I could have been going towards pockets. You really need Devoted Practitioner to get an interceptor that has pockets. Because he would have been...
Because otherwise you have to give something up.
Yes.
Something important.
Because I could spend this level plus the 3 he would have earned over time and got into the pockets, and then still also, I think, made a boost. Yeah, because 1 on the willpower, and then the 3 Devoted Practitioner would be Aegis, and pockets.
Honestly, with how little you use Teleport Boost, I think the willpower is the correct point here. The Teleport Strike. Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely want Teleport Boost, because that's AP.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's Teleport Strike. Like, there's a lot of situations where I looked at it and said, you could actually get some value out of Teleport Strike here. And it obviously wasn't necessary because you didn't do it, and everything's fine. But
it definitely can be a good skill. It's expensive, and maybe I shy away from it because of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, getting more willpower for that last skill point, it's worth it. Maybe I will be more inclined to use Teleport Strike and not Giant Robotic Crab Syndroming myself because of that.
What are you doing to yourself?
Well, remember how I had 3 apothecaries, and I said that there's no real standard apothecary build that I can recommend. There's, 3 different types that I'm making for this series.
Yeah.
Cagilon is going to be our Biomancer. And because of that, we're going to get him the Biomancy Skull.
Feels like such a waste. It's a skill point that you still have to spend 1 of your skull slots on.
It is. But it lets you use Biomancy at infinite range. How you want to weigh that, if it's worth it to you or not, total personal preference.
I feel like if you commit to it, that you could probably get some value out of it that otherwise is hard because...
So, yes. I do remember that I brought Calulon next time, and I'm going to use him and that stupid skull. And you can definitely get some use from it. I don't have what I think would work with it the best. Iron Arm Biomancy for the extra stun damage on melee.
Yeah.
But the ability to teleport an Interceptor in, and then give him Biomancy, or, whatever, can lead to your Interceptor doing a lot of stun damage really quickly, and I think that could be worth it. But that is it for today. We'll see you next time. Calulon will have Warp Speed and a Servo Skull to go fling Biomancy around. Fun times. Take care, and don't get eliminated.